So I just want to talk about how in my mid-50s now, I'm really focused on building muscle. I'm trying to build as much muscle as possible, not like become a bodybuilder, but build as much muscle as possible the next few years and try and hold on to that, maintain that for as long as I can, the older I get. And the reason I'm doing that, the reason I think it's so important for men in their 50s now to really focus on just building, you don't have to get big and bulky, but just focus on getting a decent level of muscle on your body, is because I think it's really one of the big markers for healthy aging, for longevity. And there's 5 reasons that I'm really focused on it, and I believe that, you know, if you're in the same age as me, that you should be too. The first one is strength. Obviously, as you get older, your strength declines, and that means you just obviously can't do as much, you know. So the more muscle you've got, the less dramatic that decline is going to be, the longer that decline is going to be. I think I read somewhere once that over 55, which is where I'm nearly now, that's when you start to see the big strength drop off. So, you know, obviously I want to maintain my lifestyle as long as I possibly can. You know, I don't want to be having anyone to sort of look after me when I'm really old. And I think to help overcome that, you know, to help do that, I need muscle. I need as much muscle as I can. And now's the time to do it. It's really, you know, every decade it gets harder and harder and harder. And you don't want to be sat there in your 70s and, you know, early 80s going, oh shit, you know, now I need to start because it's just gone, it's too late. Not saying you can't do it, but you're just not going to be able to do it at the same level you can now. So number one, strength. On top of that, then obviously you've got functionality. You know, just having more muscle, generally, you're just going to function better. You know, daily tasks, everything you do on a daily basis, it's just going to remain easy. You see older people, you know, they start to slow down, things become harder to do, even basic stuff becomes harder to do. And the big reason for this is, you know, they just don't have the muscle mass anymore. So that's the second thing, functionality. Massive, because the quality of your life will be based around how functional you can be. So the third thing I really strongly believe you should be focused on building muscle is for staying lean as you get older. We know that having more muscle mass is going to keep your metabolism higher. It's just going to help you stay leaner, and therefore you're not going to get that, you know, that weight gain that you see. Not so much weight gain, because I don't think you get that much heavier as you get older, past 60 maybe and onwards. You just get fatter. You just see people just getting fatter, but they're actually not getting that much heavier, because obviously the muscles deteriorate and that's being replaced by body fat, and that's not a place where you want to be. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that I'm going to be sat there in my 80s looking like, you know, a Greek god. I'm not. You know, I know it's coming, but the more muscle that I've got, the slower that decline will be, and that's what I'm all about. My motto is about live long, die fast. I want to have the best quality of life as I possibly can for the longest period I can. I know I'm not going to survive this. I know I'm getting out of it. You know, I will go, but if I can have that, you know, a quality of life as long as possible, then that's, for me, is a great investment. Now, so we've got function. So let's talk about. Okay, we've lost the train of thought now. So we've done 1, 2, 3, 4. Big one actually is, I just remembered now, is insulin sensitivity. Now, the more muscle you've got in your body, the better your body's going to be at dealing with glucose, and just, you know, keeping your body, when it comes to insulin, more regulated. Obviously that's massive, you know, to help ward off diabetes, which for me is a big one, because I've got diabetes in my family. My dad's got it, my paternal grandfather had it, so it's something that's potentially coming up for me in the next decade or so. So anything I can do to help overcome that, or at least manage it better if it's inevitable for me, then obviously that's a great way to, a great reason for me to sort of focus on muscle now. And finally as well, you know, at the end of the day, having more muscle in your body makes you look younger. It's just going to make you look younger. It's going to make you look more vibrant, and you know, and more attractive. So for me, that's definitely a win-win-win. So yeah, anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. I just think, you know, I see a lot of guys who are getting fit in their 50s, which is great, but they're doing a lot of that endurance sports and maybe other types of sports, which is great, love that. But I do believe, underpinning all that, you should be focused on building muscle, because it's precious. I'm telling you now, this is precious stuff the older you get. I know, you know, 3 days a week, that's all it takes, guys. 3 days a week, maybe 45 minutes, that's enough to build and maintain a good level of muscle mass, and that'll really be a really fantastic investment for the rest of your life. I know it sounds quite dramatic, but I really do believe that. Anyway guys, love to know your thoughts on this. Drop me a comment below. Let me know what you're doing in terms of your health and fitness in your 50s. And yeah, if you know, you're really struggling to understand how to build muscle now in this age, and you know, you need some ideas, you need some structure, I'll drop a link in the notes below. There's some free resources you can pick up, and that'll help you get on your way. Okay guys, see you in the next one. Bye.